Unless you've had your head in the sand for the past year or two, you've seen or at least heard of the famous morning routine that mega influencer Ashton Hall has shared with his huge following. And although I'm not going to personally discuss in detail my thoughts on it, I will share my own morning routine that's been carefully cultivated to help boost growth hormone levels to make me more efficient at burning fat while maintaining muscle mass, increase energy levels to help boost my overall day's productivity, as well as decrease back and joint pain to help keep me from feeling like an old ass man as I go through the aging process. And the best part is, unlike Mr. Hall's routine that requires you to have a pool, an endless supply of Saratoga water, whatever the hell that is, a big ass bowl of ice, or organic bananas to eat and rub on your face afterwards, all you'll need for my routine is a kettlebell, a coffee maker, a stretch of road, grass, or sand to walk on, and a simple desire to feel good and be productive. So if you're trying to cultivate your own morning routine to help foster a sense of discipline that yields solid gains in both your aesthetics, how you feel, and how you perform inside and outside of your own fitness goals, then keep listening. Now, for the sake of speeding up this video, I'll leave out the morning minutia that consists of getting my kids ready and off to school, as well as the obvious bathroom breaks that, let's face it, is all part of our morning routine. All right, so whenever I kick the day off, my initial goal, my goal number one, is to get a good win under my belt as quickly as possible. Something that won't just get the blood flowing, but more importantly, create some momentum for the remainder of the day. And the perfect way for me personally to accomplish that is via getting a good walk or ruck session in. Doing this in a fasted state will not only help maintain an elevated level of growth hormone that is pumping at high levels during solid sleep, which helps burn fat while sparing the breakdown of muscle tissue, but also helps increase circulation of blood and thinning of synovial fluid around joints and vertebrae that is associated with aches and pains, what's known as morning gel. Now, after that brisk 15 to 20 minute walk or ruck session where I'm trying to really open up my stride length with quality hip extension and get some enthusiastic arm swing at the same time to really get some blood pumping, my next move is heading to the gym where I get some light kettlebell work in via, let's say, 3 to 5 rounds of a simple swing to deadlift complex followed by a series of mobility drills to help limber me up in the usual trouble areas many of us guys have problems with, which is going to be our hip flexors, glutes, hip adductors, lats, and upper back. At this point, I've got a decent little pump and my heart rate is slightly elevated, so distal blood flow throughout the extremities and mobility are on point and have me feeling like $1,000,000. So after about 5 minutes of doing that light kettlebell work followed by mobility work, I'll then head into the kitchen where I focus on hydrating up with a glass of cool but not too cold water. It's just easier on my gut that way. Then get my crack fix with a piping hot cup of productivity juice, a little bit of coffee. After that, I'll get to work. Now, if you're curious about when I eat my first meal of the day, that's usually around the midday mark after I've been fasting for roughly 12 to sometimes as much as 16 hours from the night before. I know that's not for everyone, but for me personally, the naturally elevated growth hormone levels that are as a result of doing that, as well as the simple fact that it fits perfectly with my busy lifestyle, make it a mainstay in my overall daily regimen. And that brings me to an important point regarding the creation of your own morning routine. If, let's say, you're trying to buckle down in the discipline department and want to devise a designated morning routine for yourself, what constitutes one is 3 simple mandates. First, it should allow for you to get your first win of the day under your belt as quickly as possible so that you can build momentum and carry it on for the rest of the day. Second, it should be reflective of the goals that you have. For me personally, it's leaning up and improving mobility as well as energy levels. So everything I do in the morning aligns with those specific desires. Don't just blindly follow me though. Your goals might be different than mine. And if your goals are different than mine, then you shouldn't follow the same process. What I'd advise is for you to establish your goals or priorities and game plan an easy to digest set of tasks from there that help you get the day heading in the right direction. And the third mandate is that it must be both realistic as well as sustainable enough to do it daily in a non-negotiable format so that you can chip away at your long-term goals day after day after day and build that all-important discipline that allows you to do so. This is where I think that Ashton Hall dude comes across as being disingenuous, delusional, and overall just tone deaf. Look, I get that he's probably doing a lot of this stuff just for likes and attention, trying to go viral, if you will. But if let's say he weren't, and he sincerely was doing all these crazy and time-consuming things, then ask yourself if after doing the things that he advises, if any one of them have, number one, any merit at all, and two, if you can even fit them in to your own busy, real life. If the answer is no, then that shit doesn't make the cut. Remember, it's gotta be both realistic as well as sustainable enough for you to make it the type of daily non-negotiable that moves the chains in the right direction day after day. If it's not, then it shouldn't be forced into your daily regimen. Now, enough talking. Here's a glimpse of the actual routine I talked about throughout this video so you have a clear visual of what works for me. If you want to try it, do so, and please let me know how it goes for you. And if you want to add to it or bring some other tips to the table for everyone else to kind of share and learn from, then do so down in the comment section below.